Namaste everyone, and thank you very much for joining me in this tutorial. So in this lecture we will explore this application which is built on Kubernetes. So let's first do it, and after that I will tell you the steps you can use for setting up this application on your respective device. Now before we dive into the web application, let's first talk we need to have on our device for running this application. So in one of the previous lectures, if you remember, I told you about how you can install Kubernetes and the container application, that is Docker, on your respective device, and then how you can connect it with the help of things like Minikube and Kube So if you haven't checked out this lecture, I would request you to first check out this one and install Kubernetes on your respective device. Right. So I'm going to use the same setup which I have showed on in this tutorial for this application. Okay, I've used the same setup, and now let's explore it. So I haven't touched this application yet. I have just deployed some I've just executed some commands in the terminal of VS Code, and I was able to bring this application up on my local host. So I will be exploring it with you guys now in this one. Let's see what all pros and cons and what all things this application can do. So it is Stan's robot shop, and let's first try to create a login for this application uh, for ourselves. Okay, so my name is Gaurav, and then my email ID is jangaurav126 at the rate gmail.com, and let us set a password. So Gaurav123 I am setting as a password for my account. Okay, so save. Fine, so I successfully logged in to the application. This is the message which I have received, and right now my order history is showing me nothing because I haven't selected anything from the cart. So let's do it. There are two categories from which we can make the selection. The first one is artificial intelligence and the second one is robot. So let us go with the first one, which is artificial intelligence, and the first one is E Wood. Okay, so rating, no votes yet, vote now. So let's vote for this system. I would like to give it 3 ratings. And fully sentiment assistant, okay, it is out of stock. It is, the application is showing that it is out of stock, so we can't do anything. Okay, so this is something which is available, and we can give it a rating first, and let's just add it to our cart. So add it to the cart, and as you can see, the cart pricing just changed. Okay, earlier it was 0, now it is 67 euros. Let us select something from the second category, which is robot, and I would like to give it a rating first. This is also showing me out of stock, so let's go with the second. Okay, so we can go with 2, or let's say 3. Okay, let's select 3 from this drop down and let us add it to the cart. Fine, so my total cart value is now 3,139 euros. Okay, so I'm done with adding the things which I want to purchase from this application, from this online shop. And let's now come on the cart and let's see the items I have added. So these are the items which I just added, and they are getting reflected like this on the application. Let's just check out. Okay, so we need to select the country first. I would go with India. Enter location. I am currently in Ghaziabad, so let's select Ghaziabad and calculate. So this is a total distance which the shipping will have to consider, and then the cost of my card is 394 euros after it is after discount. Fine, so let's confirm. Okay, and this is the bill, and that's the total amount. Okay, maybe that 394 is the shipping charges. Fine, let's now hit the pay now option, and let's see what's gonna happen next. So maybe the payment gateway is not yet connected to the application. Okay, so review your order placed, thank you for order, continue shopping. Fine, so this is what you're going to get, after uh, successfully after successfully doing everything, you will get this as a message, and this is the ID which will get generated automatically by the application for your cart value. Okay, now if you want to continue shopping, you can again hit this option, and here it will bring you to the home page. Now this is a simple example of microservices e-commerce application, and it is using AngularJS, Nginx, Java, Python, Golang, all these things. Now if you want to search anything, yeah, let's just search for something like stand. Okay, so we are able to do the search also. The search mechanism is also working fine. Let's go with robot. Okay, so we are able to do the search also on the application. So if you want to deploy it, if you want to use this application on your device, you'll have to first install Kubernetes, as I've told you, on your device, and after that, what you have to do, let's understand it. I hope you are liking the app, you have liked the application, and you're going to set it up on your device. In case you come across any issues, so while setting it up on your device, please give me a call on the number which is getting reflected on your screens right now. Okay, so what exactly you have to do, I don't think that I'll be able to show you the commands here, but let us go through the commands which are given in the GitHub repositories. Okay, so this is the GitHub repo, the link of which I'm going to share with you guys, in the description section. So what you have to do, you have to first clone this application, right? So it is currently in my download section, if you'll see, right? Fine, so this is the one, right? And these are all the files of the application. And once you're done with cloning the application, what is the next thing you have to do? You need to open the folder in VS Code the way I have done it on my device. Okay, like this you can do it. And then what is the next step you need to perform? So you need to compose the build. Okay, so first thing you need to do is you need to export the Instana agent key. So you can put a random key over here of your choice, and then you can just initialize this variable with that particular value, right? So this is required for this application. So that's the first step. What is the second one? You need to compose the build. So what it will do, it will build all the Docker images which are present in these folders. You will get in the code. So Docker file, you can see here, it's for npm install. Okay, it's going to install the npm. Then for catalog, again we have a Docker file, it's going to install the npm for you, right? Then, and this is the Docker compose file where we are seeing an image called rabbitmq. Okay, and then there is again an image called Steve ww, right? Then we have a Docker file again over here. So there are different microservices which have different Docker files, and what this application is doing basically, it is creating the images, and then for running the application on your device, you'll have to create all the images and you'll have to put them in a single cluster. So you don't have to do anything manually. What this command will do, it will create it will create all the images for you like this. So as you can see, we have an image called robot shop and RS dispatch. Then we have one for payment, one for ratings, one for shipping, right? So all these images you will the code will create for you, and after that it will put it on a single cluster. Fine, so you'll have to do Docker compose push if you have made any changes in the environment file. If you haven't made any changes, so you can just skip this step. Then if you want to run it locally the way I am doing it, fine, so the command you can use is Docker compose pull. That's the first one you'll have to fire. What it will do, it will pull all the images from the Docker IO and it will put it on your Kubernetes. It will put it in your Docker, right? Let me show it to you. I think it's a bit slow today. No problem. Maybe I'll not be able to show it to you in this one. Okay, yeah. So, all these images will get created on your device. And once you're done with it, what is the next thing you have to do? You can fire Docker compose up in your VS Code. Fine. Here you can fire so Docker VS Compose will bring this application up on your local host and you will be able to access it on localhost port 8080. Now, what is the other thing you can do with the application? Suppose you want to deploy it on Kubernetes. So you can use Minikube for that. The only thing which I have used for deploying this application on my device is Docker. I haven't used Kubernetes yet, right? Maybe I think I was telling you in the beginning that I use Kubernetes, but I haven't used it yet, but I can use it. The only thing which I have to do is I have to, assign it an IP address and then I have to kubectl and, get the services, this web service, which will get created once the application gets an IP address from the Minikube. Okay, so this is the URL on which you can access the application locally. If you want to put it on Kubernetes and you want to have a separate or a unique IP address of the application on which you can host it on your local device, then you can use Minikube for that. And after that, you need to fire this command to check the service named web. Okay, so that's how you can set it up. I hope you guys enjoyed this lecture a lot. If you are really a Docker lover, or if you are exploring Docker, if you are exploring Kubernetes, then this is one of the projects, one of the decent projects that you can try and try to set it up on your device. If you come across any issues, please do let me know in the comment section below. I would be happy to help you. And thank you very much for showing your love and uh, you know all the kind of things you're doing for my channel, for making it popular. I'm really grateful to every one of you, and thank you very much for checking out my lectures. Definitely I will try my level best to give you as better content as possible, right? This is it from my side. Thank you very much. Bye bye, take care, and have a great day ahead, guys.